Hello, everyone, and welcome to our series, The Top 10 Ideas That You Need to Know or Be Aware of If You're on Your Evolutionary Path. And I know you are because you're here. I'm here with my soul sister and friend, Whitney Freya, and today we're going to talk to you about divination.
Do you know that word, divination? Do you? I love it. It's basically like asking for guidance from a objective third party, which in our example today is going to be a deck of cards. Ooh, I've got runes too.
Yay!
But
Yeah.
those are fun. But we're going to use cards right now.
Yeah.
So divination is basically going to the divine or your higher self. And I use divination when I need to get out of my own head and get into a different perspective. And we use decks of cards. And actually, our shamanic painting is really divination too.
Yes.
Right? But this is a quicker, easier way. And we love to use pendulums. So if you're on your evolutionary path and you do not have a pendulum, I might encourage you to go get one. And when you go to the store, like a New Age bookstore, for example, will have pendulums. I go to the section and I hold the different pendulums that I'm attracted to, and I'll drape like part of the chain through my hand instead of holding it like this. Because I want it to feel my energy. The pendulum is basically just a conductor or an extension. Actually, you're the conductor of the divine energy because we're all made up of the same stuff.
Yeah.
And the pendulum is just giving your divine self an opportunity to speak. So I hold the pendulum in the store and I ask it, show me the energy of me and this pendulum. Okay, so see how this started spinning? So I bought this one, clearly. If it kind of just moved kind of apathetically, I wouldn't buy it, even if I loved it. So that is how you find a pendulum that's going to work for you. Okay, so we have some examples of decks of cards to show you. So say you're wondering about a new idea you've come up with, and is this something that I should pursue?
Yeah.
Or you want insight into a relationship with your child, with a boss, with a potential lover, with your spouse, anyone like that.
Yeah.
Or you've gotten into another, argument maybe with your parents or your siblings.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a pattern going on in your life and you really want divine insight into how you can break the pattern. These are all great reasons to use divination.
Yes. So, what I usually advise people is get cards that inspire you. If you don't believe in unicorns, don't get cards with unicorns, right? So find something that inspires you, something that will help you get in a state of allowance, because divination is really getting in a state of listening, allowance, non-resistance, and so
and there are, I just got some cards, a deck of cards around sacred geometry.
Yeah,
really beautiful.
Yeah.
So there are lots of different card decks for all different. They're just card decks, inspirational quotes. Like Louise Hay has a bunch of card decks that are inspirational quotes. Or you can go for the goddesses or Kuan Yin or any of those. So there's a wide variety, some for everybody.
Very much so. So if you consult the Great Oracle of Google, you'll see. Maybe you'll find something that you like or that you want to explore. So are you going to show us a little, are we going to pick a card or?
Sure.
What should we do?
So can you maybe put the cards on here?
Yeah.
We'll split it up.
Yeah.
So these are the goddess cards, right?
I love goddesses.
So what I do when I'm using my pendulum is I split the deck into two. And so we're going to ask which goddess has a message for our viewers right now about divination. Okay? So I ask my pendulum which card has And you see how it's going towards this deck. If I move to the other side, it still points to that deck.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going a little crazy. And then I split it in two again, so it's that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I keep dividing it up.
Wow. There's a goddess wanting to talk to us.
Which goddess? I take that one.
Yeah.
Okay, which goddess has a message for us about divination?
Ooh.
Down to 2.
All right. Let's see.
And the goddess is Bridget.
Oh.
I love Bridget. Bridget is a Celtic goddess, and it says, "Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right."
Wow.
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Bridget too, if you read about her, is she was the goddess of poetry, of the hearth, of the arts. And the poetry was about the power of words, and she would speak poetry into medicine, like herbs, tea, and actually one of the things that poets did in whenever this was ancient Ireland, is they'd go in the dark for like 24 hours and then come out to write the poetry. So that's kind of another way of
really
divination.
beautiful. So I want to really read quick the message from Bridget. First, be quite clear about your intentions.
Perfect. So when you're going into divination,
and if you're unclear, then confusion will lessen your power and force. Like a candle in the dark, be very clear and bright in what is acceptable to you in this situation. Ooh, I love it.
okay, so there you go. That's how you use divination to help you walk your highest path in this lifetime.
Yes, 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 yes.
So have fun, you guys. Go explore or get out your card deck and practice your pendulum. You know, in a pinch, you can take a necklace with a
pendant.
Yeah, and just put the pendant at the very end of the necklace and use that. And you ask it, okay, so what we showed you is, you know, it's pointing towards 2 different cards, right? You can also ask it, show me yes. So tell your pendulum, show me yes, and then show me no.
Show me no.
And it'll change directions, and then you know which is yes and no.
This is fun. I love it.
Right? And here's the thing, you guys, even if the pendulum, like, if you're a skeptic, which you're probably not because you're still watching this, but let's just say you are, or someone you live with is, the point can be not whether or not this is the divine coming through the pendant and the card is the goddess speaking to you. What it does is it gives you a different perspective on whatever it is that's troubling you. And the truth is, you have all the wisdom you need.
Yeah.
And these cards are simply going to illuminate the truth that you already know. It's going to validate it. So it's not anything other than a tool to help you go within and rediscover your own wisdom that you can apply in this situation. Because your day-to-day, you know, left brain, ego, conscious self isn't deeply rooted in that inner wisdom.
And I want to add to that. I never used a pendulum. I thought it was silly, you know. So,
Till she met me.
I was very left brain. I mean, I'm a doctor, scientist, you know, very. And I started not anymore. I started consciously using a pendulum at first just to allow my right brain to inform me, just to do something that wasn't expected, wasn't the familiar, wasn't the everyday, every path I had always taken. I wanted to see what else there was. Was there another way to look at this thing? That's how I started, and now I love it.
That's
I
so
do it
great.
every day.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and when I started, I made it do crazy things. I would be like, turn left, turn right, turn around, move. Because I didn't want to, allow myself to be informed by something I thought was silly. And I was like, okay, prove to me that you can turn right when I say so.
That's a good point. And again, the pendulum is simply, it's like, again, tuning the radio dial to be able to receive a different frequency so that you can access a different part of your awareness that is connected to that deeper wisdom.
Yeah. All right.
Have fun in your divination practice.
Yay.
We look forward to seeing you again. Be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Gets us really happy when we get those emails.
We love it.
Thank you for being here.
And comment, tell us, let us know, did you get a pendulum and cards, and what's happening with your new practice of divination? We would love to hear. Until then, we love you. Bye.
Bye.